Celebs with a unique name always have it hard, especially when it's pronounced wrong.
Kaley Cuoco.
Ouch. Some celebrity names are so easy to pronounce, like Will Smith, but today, justice will be served for those names that the world hasn't quite grasped.
How to say Florence Pugh.
No more getting tongue-tied, it's time to get phonetically correct. Every celeb on this list will surely be happy after we get it right.
Saoirse Ronan.
Can you guess any of them on your own? Let's find out.
Just have been saying Teigen.
Ariana Grande. If you've been pronouncing her name like a Starbucks order, then you should know now you've been doing it completely wrong.
Oh, I'm gonna get a grant.
The star came out on Beat One Radio and pronounced her name correctly for the world to hear.
I don't know, I feel like I'd like to eventually just be Ariana.
Adding that she's thinking of dropping it and just being called Ariana. Her family pronounces the name with a hard E at the end instead of a long day, so it's Grandy, not Grande.
My grandpa said Grandy.
Don't worry, Ari, we promise to get it right. Zendaya. This might sound crazy, but she actually deserves to be on the list. The star decided to break it down for Allure magazine during a Snapchat story feature. To sound it out for you, it's Zendaya, not Zendaya, and yes, Zendaya was once a thing.
It is Zendaya. Z-E-N, Zen, D-A-Y, day,
It all started with Ryan Seacrest correctly pronouncing her name at the Grammys red carpet, and the world was thrown for a loop. Zendaya was happy we got it right, and thankfully, she cleared the phonetics for all of her devoted fans out there as well.
What's up? I'm Zendaya.
Chrissy Teigen. American model and TV star Chrissy Teigen has officially accepted her moniker. Her name is originally to be pronounced as Teigen, as in bow tie, and not Teigen, but she's gotten so used to the adjusted pronunciation that it doesn't bother her.
My dad has been saying Teigen, he still says Teigen, and I just have been saying Teigen.
Though her husband's name is easier to sound out, let's not give up on Chrissy just yet. Practice with us, guys. Teigen. Teigen? Nice, you're getting it.
It is Teigen. It's Chrissy Teigen.
Jake Gyllenhaal. Producer and actor Jake Gyllenhaal has always had a hard time with everyone getting his last name right. Even after spending 40 years on this planet, he still has to sound it out for us. On air with Conan, he almost seemed to have a party when the show host pronounced his name correctly.
The only two places that is pronounced correctly, my last name like you did just now, is in Sweden and in IKEA.
It is originally Swedish, but the phonetics are pretty simple. It's not Gyllenhaal, it's Gyllenhaal. Sounds pretty easy, right?
I'm here with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Timothée Chalamet. The 25-year-old star blew up long ago in a sparkly TikTok trend, yet it's hard to believe that the fandom has been pronouncing his name wrong.
I feel so bad for all of you guys.
It turns out his last name is pronounced Chalamet, not Chalamet. The C is more of an S, and the T is actually silent. Now you can confidently talk about Timothée with everyone else while raving about his newly casted role as the younger iteration of Chocolate Factory owner Willy Wonka. Or is it Willy Wonka? Florence Pugh. She graced us in the movie Midsommar and has been casted as the future star for Black Widow 2021. English actress Florence Pugh shared the correct pronunciation of her name on Google Cameos. It's Pugh, not Pug or Poe or Pudge.
How to say Florence Pugh. You say it like that, Florence Pugh.
Let's not make it any more complicated for the star and get it right. Practice makes perfect. Camila Cabelllo. The Ain't No Crying in the Club singer Camila Cabello, yes, you heard us. Her name is properly pronounced as Camila Cabello, not Camila Cabello. She was quick to correct Capital FM host Roman Kemp as they discussed the mispronouncing of her name with Machine Gun Kelly. She's a darling about it, but I think it's time to get it right.
Cabello.
Cabello.
Yes.
Even her closest friend, Simon Cowell, still gets it wrong, but we can't blame him too much. Camilla has been a good sport the whole time and sticks true to her word of no crying in the club. Charlize Theron. One of the world's highest paid actresses, Charlize Theron is the recipient of numerous accolades, yet the world still has a long way to go in pronouncing her name right. In an interview about The Huntsman and the Ice Queen, she explained that the proper pronunciation was Throne.
The real pronunciation of my last name is Thron.
She also admitted that while Theron was incorrect, she knew that the world wasn't ready to call her as she actually was. She's truly a captivating queen, and don't worry, we'll be practicing our T's and R's along with everyone else. Saoirse Ronan. Saoirse Ronan, a well-known Irish-American actress, has surely turned a lot of heads with her name. As you heard, it's Saoirse, not Saoirse. Admittedly, this one isn't as obvious, but we can't have the phonetics passing you by.
My name is Saoirse Ronan.
The star was even helped by Ryan Gosling when he let us know to think of the word inertia when saying her first name.
It's Saoirse like inertia, okay?
Zooey Deschanel. With her first name being from the J.D. Salinger novel Franny and Zoe, and then her last name being French, Deschanel, this star has a whole problem ahead of her. In an interview, she went through the origins of her name and the correct pronunciation. At this point, it might seem futile, but we'll get the hang of it. So no more Deschanel if the fans can help it.
And Deschanel? French.
It's French, yes.
Emily Ratajkowski. Born in London and raised in San Diego, Emily Ratajkowski first appeared on the cover of the March 2012 issue of a fine arts magazine called Treats. She's also been featured with Maroon 5 and Robin Thicke, already setting her bar extremely high. But it's surprising that her last name is still an odd twist of a riddle. In an episode of Wired with Aaron Paul, she gave us the correct pronunciation. It's Ratajkowski, with the J being silent and the K sounding like a C. Don't mind the phonetics, let's just give her the justice her name deserves.
Well, you actually did it right, Ratajkowski.
Rachel Weisz. The W is really pronounced like a V, says our classy star Rachel Weisz. After her stunning portrayal of Evelyn Carnahan in the movie The Mummy, she made an even bigger name for herself in the acting world, but we've yet to pronounce her name right. She shared in an interview with the New York mag, Intelligencer, that after so many years, it's time to get it right.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Weisz Rachel.
Gal Gadot. With Gal being such a powerful woman with a short name, I'm sure many may be confused to see her on this list, but no, she needs to be heard too. Most people think the T at the end of her name is silent, but it isn't. It should be said as regularly as the word dot, as in polka dot. We're still surprised to hear that Gadot was once a thought, but luckily now it's been resolved. Make way for Wonder Woman Gal Gadot.
My name is Gal Gadot.
Rihanna. Barbadian singer, actress, fashion designer, and businesswoman Rihanna still has to remind people that they've been pronouncing her name wrong. Back in 2012, she met with AJ Hammer on CNN TV to clarify that she is to be addressed as Rihanna, not Rihanna.
It is Rihanna.
A three-syllable word seemed simple enough back in 2005 when she started to trend the airwaves, but unfortunately things happen. Even so, she's been great about it and still loves the support of her fans, even if they sounded out wrong. Alexander Skarsgard. Best known for his roles as Brad Iceman Colbert in the miniseries Generation Kill and Eric Northman in the television series True Blood, it's no surprise that these names were easier to sound out. Alexander Skarsgard had to correctly state his name on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert just to make sure the world got it right that time.
Skarsgard.
The funny bit was amazing to watch, but the star took it in stride and was happy nonetheless. Chiwetel Ejiofor. At the young age of 19 and 3 months into his course at London Academy of Music and Dramatic Arts, Chiwetel Ejiofor was cast by Steven Spielberg to play a supporting role in the film Amistad. The film received largely positive critical reviews and grossed over $44 million at the US box office. As such, the young man became widely known, but his name stood out for many who couldn't quite grasp the pronunciation. In an interview with Vanity Fair, host Kista Smith gets it right.
Sitting down with Chiwetel Ejiofor.
And he couldn't have been happier. The star isn't upset about the mispronunciations, understandably, knowing that his name is unique. Kaley Cuoco. The Big Bang star has had enough. Her last name, as short as it may be, is still a shocker for many. While her character, Penny, was simple enough, her real name, Kaley Cuoco, now Kaley Cuoco Sweeting, was a tongue twister. In 2018, on an episode of On Air with Ryan Seacrest, the star called in to correct Tanya's pronunciation of her last name.
Kaley Cuoco.
She said, think of it as coup, as in coup d'etat. Now say,
It's Kaley Cuoco.
Okay, yeah.
It's Kaley Cuoco.
Make sure you get it right, lest you should expect a call from the woman herself. Irina Shayk. Think Shayk, like the word handshake, and you'll nail this model's last name. Professionally called Irina Shayk, she is a Russian model and actress who received international recognition when she appeared as the first Russian model on the cover of the 2011 Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. She got into the beauty business after her mother saw an ad on a bus stop and took her to a local beauty school, so let's put some more respect on her name.
Hey, I'm Irina Shayk.
Amanda Seyfried. Amanda Seyfried has escalated her career from the titular movies Jennifer's Body, Mamma Mia, Dear John, and many others, but her real name was still a mystery. Some pronounce it as Seyfried, but it's actually Seyfried. No worries, she's dealt with it as a professional should, letting Thomas Loop on Hollywood Streams use the correct pronunciation.
And I was like, no one says Seyfried, it's Seyfried.
Cara Delevingne. The star of Suicide Squad and Valerian, Cara knows her way around the acting world. What caught her slightly off guard was the debauched pronunciation of her last name. It's actually Delevingne, like the word intervene. Listen to her closely as she says it in an episode of Wired.
Hi, I'm Cara Delevingne and I'm doing a Google autocomplete interview.
Answering the web's most searched questions and terrible phonetics.
I don't know. Sorry.
So, how many were you surprised to see on this list? We hope you've learned your lesson, and remember that names are empowering. Let us know in the comment section which names you actually got right and how you felt after mispronouncing them all this time. Also, don't forget to hit that like button and click subscribe to get more access to videos from us here at The Things Celebrity.